Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. I am from Boys Higher Secondary School, Sogam. Subject education and topic introduction and aims of education given by Dr. Zakir Hussain as an educational thinker. First of all, let us have a brief introduction of Dr. Zakir Hussain. Dr. Zakir Hussain was born on 8th February 1897 in Hyderabad. His father's name was Fida Hussain and mother was Nazneen Begum. His father was a successful lawyer. He had his schooling at the Islamic High School, Etawah, UP, and college education at Mohammedan Anglo-Oriental College, Aligarh. In 1922, he secured a PhD degree in economics from the University of Berlin, Germany. On his return from Berlin in 1926, he was appointed as Vice Chancellor of Jamia Millia, and in 1937, Gandhiji invited him to preside over the National Committee of Basic Education. In 1948, he became the Vice Chancellor of Aligarh Muslim University. He remained chairman of different committees, organizations, commissions like CAB, UNESCO, University Grants Commission, University Education Commission, etc. He made his contribution to the development of right education thinking and policies and thus reacted fruitfully both on Indian education theory and practice. In 1952, Dr. Zakir Hussain was nominated as a member of the Rajya Sabha, and in 1957 he was appointed as Governor of Bihar, and in 1962 या Vice President बनावला. Likewise, in 1967, he became the President of India, but unfortunately, he died in the office in May 1969. He published various books such as Shiksha Hindi, Dynamic University, Lectures on Scope and Method of Economics, an essay in understanding, etc. Now, let us discuss the aims of education as given by Dr. Zakir Hussain. He has given the 7 important aims of education. Number 1, all-round development of personality. As per Dr. Zakir Hussain, education should aim at all-round development, that is, physical, social, moral, spiritual, and aesthetic of the adolescent. Dr. Zakir Hussain wanted the adolescent to be physically strong, socially adjusted, spiritually enlightened, aesthetically refined, and morally strong. He wanted the adolescent to be socially adjusted and conscious of his responsibilities of real citizenship. It should foster in him the moral, intellectual, and aesthetic values, goodness of culture, and religious interests. Number 2, emphasis on spiritual regeneration. Dr. Zakir Hussain emphasized spiritual regeneration of the individual. He emphasized education for character, for imbibing culture values, and having a positive attitude towards ultimate values. Number 3, emphasis on creative development. As per Dr. Zakir Hussain, education must lead to the creative development of child individually in an atmosphere of understanding, freedom, and love. It should help in building of a peaceful and cooperative social order. Number 4, emphasis on social aim. Dr. Zakir Hussain emphasized social aim of education. Individual development was a cardinal aim of education. He advocated socially oriented education. Number 5. Relationship between growing mind and cultural goods. Dr. Zakir Hussain held that one of the important purposes of education is to establish a living and fruitful relationship between the growing mind and cultural goods, the articles of daily use, the social forms, literary, technical achievements, philosophy, or the products which are necessary to build up its environment. Number 6. Balance between spiritual and material values. Education must aim at achieving the balance between the claims of material and spiritual values. In our fast changing world, the foundation of most of the systems have been severely damaged by a pervading lust for the material. Hence, education should develop understanding for the assimilation of moral, intellectual, spiritual, and material values. Number 7. Aims of education at different stages, at primary stage, at secondary stage, and at higher stage. Dr. Zakir Hussain differentiated the aims of primary, secondary, and higher education. At primary stage, the task of education is just to create a suitable environment for the fulfillment of the child's inner potentialities. But at a secondary stage, the aim of education is to acquaint the child with the rudiments of a vast cultural heritage, and at the higher stage, education aims at making the student a truly cultured person with depth of vision and independence of thought. Thank you very much.